paper being cut to ribbons, a person holding a very sharp, it is the instrument of death. It is the thing that the spirit of death carries in the movies and the cartoons, a scythe. That is what the Grim Reaper holds, a scythe. He uses it to cut the cord of life. But I see that America's umbilical cord is money. That is the heart of the nation. Money, finances, gold and silver. The cord is cut. Crash. Just crash. Just slump. Decline. Languishing. Struggling. Penniless. Begging. Pleading. Asking your neighbor for bread. Asking your neighbor to share. Financial managers confused. Hedge fund people confused. Panic in America and dismay in the global economy. God says to the foreign countries, who told you to hitch your wagon to America? Why did you do this? Why did you not develop within yourself a robust economy? And I see this same man that I saw about a week ago when God was telling me that it is time for the righteous people to shut their barn doors. The Lord was telling me it is time for every Christian to wake up and shut the barn doors, shut themselves in with God. It is time to take shelter in me, hide yourself in me. Learn to find your peace in me. Learn to find your rest in me. Go about your day with a smile. This is what God is saying. I told them to trust in me. I told them to put their faith in me, but they would not. But to those of you who have done this, you will have peace in a time of tumult. To tumult is to totally overturn everything. It's like walking into a restaurant and they set the table for you and then you just scatter the entire table and flip the table over. The response that the other people in the restaurant would have to you doing that, that is tumult. A tumult is just chaos and scattering and just complete ruination all around. Shut your barn doors, come into the barn, find your safety in me. Because the nations are about to be distressed. The distress of nations. I said so, and now it is coming. Foreign countries, why did you link yourself to America? Why would you put your trust in someone so irresponsible? Someone who does not balance her books and insists that you should balance your books. Why did you give her access to your ledger, to your ledgers? Why did you let her link herself to your economies? Have you not all placed yourself against the US dollar as the global standard? How will you stand when the dollar plunges and loses all its value? How will you recover? How can you recover foreign economies? Won't you stagger? Won't your proud girl take you to your knees? She will take you to your knees. Foreign countries, to your knees. Europe, America will take you to your knees. And then you will realize you all had your own currency and you could have gone another way had you been bold, had you had courage. Insulation, God is saying, insulation. There is no insulation for you. There is no buffer zone. EU, there is no buffer zone between you and the United States. You are integrated. You are one country, one mind, one nation with America. She's going down financially, and all of you will sink with her to some degree. To the degree that you have invested yourself in the US economy, so shall you fall, so shall you sink. This is what is coming. Distress of nations. Distress means tumult in your home, a total upset. You will look at your wallet and there will be nothing there. And I'm seeing this man that I saw, a man who was sitting in front of the stock exchange, and he was watching in dismay as stock after stock after stock was falling. And I was speaking to that man because I saw that man as clear as day. And I told that man, why did you do this? Why did you put everything that you had into these games, these online games, these money games? Why did you put all that you had into these games? And now look, you are routed. You are taken. In a net, you are destroyed. And this man was sitting, and the more I spoke to him, the more he lowered his head. He sat down on the ground in despair because he was watching in real time as he was losing everything. He was losing everything. He was a man that we call fully invested, whatever that means. Fully vested, fully vested. So all in. And then the market crashed and he couldn't do a thing about it. God says the depression is coming. No matter what they tell you, no matter what they say, there will be no delay on this one. It is coming. No one can stop this one. Plummeting. So it will be like the thermometer when there is a sudden storm. The thermometer, the mercury is at one level and you can see the red mark, and then suddenly it just drops a shocking number of degrees. Lord, like that. Just a sudden drop, sudden plunge, and then upset, tumult, chaos. This is what God is saying. Nobody's stopping this one. No experts are explaining this one. None of the professors will tell you anything. None of the movies that you have made will tell you anything. None of the top movies that you've made about finances and the Mavericks and all that. You are not going to be able to look at anything and make sense of what the money will do. Mammon, you are judged in the United States. Mammon, the god of money, have I not said that you cannot serve two masters? Either you will love one and hate the other. You will despise one and you will be extremely obedient and faithful to the other. How can I stand in a nation with so many gods? How can you tell it is me? You have too many gods. You have too many options. You have too many gods to choose from. That's why I'm an option to you. But when I judge the gods, well, then you will have no option but to choose me. This is the word of the Lord. Selfer, I'm going to stop the call here. I will stop it here.